when it comes to our enemies. Hopefully, you guys know as a Christian, you're surrounded by enemies. You are public enemy number one when it comes to the devil's kingdom and the devil's devices of wanting to destroy us. But anyway, so here it is. Jesus is yeah, it's a Sabbath day. I think he's in the synagogue, and here's this guy with a withered hand, and all these religious people, it says, are watching him to see if he would heal on the Sabbath. So it says that the Lord, he looked around them, it says, with anger. It says, grieved by the hardness of their heart. And he's like, he tells the guy, it says, the guy with the withered hand, he tells him to stand there. And, before he heals him, he says, which of you, if you have a donkey, if it falls into a pit, does not immediately pull it out on the Sabbath? And he says, how much more value is a man than a donkey, than a sheep?
There is a Redeemer, Jesus, God's own Son.
And then he said to the man, stretch out your hand. And he stretched it out, and it was made as whole as the other. And then it says the people were filled with wrath, is what it says. They were filled with wrath at the fact that Jesus Christ cared enough about this guy to heal him on the Sabbath, man, to straighten this guy's arm out and get it healed so that the guy could work, so the guy wouldn't have to be a beggar in these things. But they couldn't just see the good in what Jesus was doing, the Pharisees. I mean, doesn't this just amaze you? Isn't this just like a mystery of lawlessness, like it talks about in Thessalonians? I mean, what a mystery to me. But I tell you what, it's really no mystery when we're in the flesh. When we're in the flesh, when we're just in that place where we're obstinate, when we're in sin, we're just whatever level that is when you're in the flesh. Um, it's almost like you just get blinded to the thing that is right in front of your face, to the amazingness of a guy having a withered hand and it being healed. I mean, this was happening constantly in Jesus's ministry. Here's the guy in John chapter 9, right? The guy gets healed. He's blind, from birth. Jesus opens his eyes. And this guy's before the council, and they just won't believe the guy's testimony. Actually, the first thing it is, they called in his parents. You know, after he came in, and they're trying to get him to basically, it kind of sounds like to me, they're trying to get the guy to say that someone else healed him. They're like, give God the glory. We know that this man is a sinner. Who healed you? How did you get healed? Couldn't have been this sinner Jesus guy. We know he doesn't keep the Sabbath. He did, so here they are, trying to condemn Jesus and trying to make this guy basically doubt that Jesus opened his eyes. And, but the guy's like, look, man, it was Jesus. It was Jesus, man. I mean, what is the problem with you guys? Here's this blind guy. They call the blind guy's parents in. Who healed your son here? How did he get healed? Was he blind from birth? His parents, it said that they were afraid they were going to get kicked out of the synagogue, so they didn't answer. They said, look, he's of age. Ask him. I think that says the guy was 40 years old or something. He was a full-grown man. I mean, so anyways, the attention gets turned to this blind guy whose eyes Jesus opens, and the guy's like, what's wrong with you guys? I mean, you're calling this guy a sinner, but God doesn't hear the prayers of sinners. But if anybody's a worshiper of God and does his will, him he hears. If this man were not of God, he could do nothing. At that word, what did the Pharisees do? They said, look, you are blind from birth, completely born in sins, and are you teaching us? And they kicked him out of the synagogue. I mean, what a saga, man. And just so you guys know, I'm telling you guys all these accounts here, in conjunction with this verse in Luke 11, which I'm about to go back to. But there's a reason for this. The scripture says that these things were written.